Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joseph. Today I am doing a beauty shoot with Napari. She's in the back. Yeah, cool. Okay, so if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I make Photoshop and photography related videos just like this one. So if you're interested in something like this, hit the subscribe button to join the family, and let's just jump right into today's video. So today I'm going to build a shot. I have already set up everything. So I have one light up here, which is my Godox 8600 in the 36-inch softbox, and I have a 26-inch softbox at the bottom here, which is going to serve as the fill light. Nowadays, when you see a lot of people doing beauty shoots, they always have a main light up and then a reflector below, which is fine, but I just want to vary it a little bit. You can't really adjust the intensity of the light. What you get from your main light source, that bounce off, is all you get. Maybe what you can do to vary the spread and intensity is either you raise up the reflector or you bring it down. And sometimes when you raise it up, it may be in your shot, and that's not the crop that you're looking for or the frame that you're looking for. But with this light source, you can adjust the height and increase the power or decrease the power of the flash just to compensate for the height adjustment. So that's what we're going to look at. So I'm going to start off by testing the main light, and then turning that one off, and then testing the fill light to get it to the ratio that I feel complements the main light perfectly. And then I have a reflector in the back, and what I'm supposed to do is bounce off the light coming in from the main light back onto the subject, and then maybe just rim her out a little bit. So I'm going to take the camera and then show you the setup, and then we're going to start shooting. The setup is looking like, so we have the main light, which is here, right? And that's going to light up her face this way, and we have the fill light at the bottom, which is also going to bounce up. You can see I've tilted it a little bit, so that's going to be filling up the shadows which are going to be created by the main light source. The size of the main light is also bigger than the fill light because I want the main light to fill a lot more, and the reflector is just going to add a little more bounce and make her glow in the setup. Alright, so let me start off by showing you my gear. So I'm shooting with my Canon EOS R and the 100mm macro lens. That's my favorite setup for beauty. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that that is my favorite camera gear for shooting beauty. Alright, so now that we have like everything in place, we're gonna start with testing out the lights. And one thing about the Godox trigger system is that you have the trigger with a lot of controls here, and you can control all the lights independently. You don't really need to go to it to adjust anything. So my main light, which is the Godox 8600 BM, is in group A, and the second light, which is the V850 Mark II speed light, is in group B. So I'm going to first of all start by testing the group B. So what I'm going to do is turn off the group A so it doesn't trigger at all, and then I'm going to test with a group B. But first of all, I want to also make sure that there's no ambient light affecting the scene. Currently looking at my exposure, because I'm using a mirrorless camera again, I can immediately see my exposure, and currently it says it's underexposed, but I can still see here. So I want to completely block all of the ambient lights, and my aperture is at 2.8. Typically when you're shooting beauty, you want a lot more detail, so anything between 5.6 and f13 is recommended, but I would do 5.6. All right, so I'll take a test, and with no light going off, you can see that she's underexposed, and that is pretty nice. All right, so what I'm going to do now is turn on my trigger, and we're going to start off with a fill light. So I'm going to take the first shot. Yeah, and you can see that the fill light looks too strong, just like a horror movie. So I'm going to reduce it to about 64 and take another test. Yeah, this has been toned down a little bit, and you can see a little bit of the light is also hitting the reflector, but also I can see that the reflector is in the shot, so that's something I need to fix. So maybe I'll change the position. Let me just add a main light and figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I am now going to group A, and I'm turning it on. Currently it says 1/4. It may be too bright, but let me just take a test and see. Ooh. Yeah, that's really hot. It's overexposed. Now you look like a ghost. So we need to Yeah, we're even close. So first off, our main light is really hot, so I need to bring that down, and I've brought it down to 1/16. So from 1/4 to 1/16. Let's see that. Okay. Ooh, that is even perfect. That's even perfect. But I feel the fill light is a little bit too strong, so I'm gonna go to which one? This one is on. Yeah, it flashes. It's not constant. Yeah. All right, so from 64, I'm gonna bring the fill light down to 1/128.7. Take another test. All right, this I feel is too low. It's too low. Let me just increase it a little bit. So 1/64.3. Yeah, I think this is perfect. I like where the main light is as well, confirming with my histogram. My histogram says I can push the light a little bit more. So maybe let me just go to group A. And so 1/16.3, take a test. Yeah, I'm clipping the highlights a little bit, but I think it's something I can easily pull down in post, and it's mostly like around her lips. That's really catching the most light. All right, so now to fix the issue of the reflector, which is in the frame, because I like the way the main light and the fill light are working together, I just need to reposition the reflector to add like a separation or rim light to her. So that's gonna come here. And I'm going to reduce the height. All right, so I'm just gonna have the reflector off to the side a little bit like that. Okay. Yeah, you can see it's adding just a little bit of light on her right or camera left. And let me just bring it in a little bit more. All right, so let's move it out and maybe closer. Right, so now that I've adjusted the positioning of the reflector, it's not going to be as intense, but it's still going to be present, and it may add a little bit of a kick, and that's all we need, honestly. Oh, by the way, Aisha did her own makeup, and I think she did amazing. That is really, really nice. I love the glow, the dewy look of the makeup is amazing. Yes, the reddish background and the green that she's wearing is just complementing each other. Plus, the accessories, we added a hint of red to match the background, and then we have black and brown or bronze just to complement her skin tone. And yeah, let's just proceed to oh, I love what you just perfect, stunning.